Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we are diving headfirst into the absolutely magnificent world of Wyrmspan. If you have ever, even for a second, dreamed of building your very own dragon sanctuary, then you are in exactly the right place. We're going to cover everything you need to get started on this amazing adventure.
So let's get into it. You're not just some player moving pieces around. No. In this world, you are an amateur dracologist. You've just stumbled upon this incredible hidden labyrinth right on your own land, and it's up to you to turn it into a true safe haven for some of the world's most beautiful and mysterious creatures. And that, right there, is your ultimate goal. See, it's not just about winning. It's about creating something. You're trying to build the single most impressive, point-worthy dragon sanctuary by the time the game is over.
Okay, but before you can start attracting all those amazing dragons, you're going to need the right gear for your expedition. So let's quickly walk through the setup so you can get your journey started.
Every dracologist kicks things off with the same basic kit. You get your own player mat, 6 coins, and 1 egg. You'll also draw 3 dragon cards and 3 cave cards. Now, here comes your very first big choice. Out of those 6 cards, you get to keep any 4 you want for your starting hand. So, choose wisely. All right, you've got your gear, you're all sorted. Let's get to the real heart of the game, your turn. And it's super simple, really. Every turn, you just pick one of 3 main actions to take. That's it.
Your first option is to excavate. And you can think of this exactly how it sounds. You are literally digging out a brand new space in your labyrinth, getting a home ready for a future dragon resident. So how do you do it? Well, you'll pay the cost that's shown on the leftmost empty spot on your player mat. That's usually a coin, but it can be eggs for the deeper caves. Then, you play a cave card from your hand right into that space. This is cool because not only does it get a new home ready for a dragon, but you also get that immediate when-covered benefit from the space you just put the card on top of. Nice little bonus.
All right, so once you've got a home all prepped and ready, it's time for the best part. You get to entice a dragon. This is how you bring those absolutely majestic creatures into your growing sanctuary.
Now, the key thing here, and this is important, you have to have an empty, already excavated space ready to go. As long as you do, you just pay the resource cost that's on a dragon card in your hand, and you place that dragon into the leftmost available spot in any of your 3 caves. Welcome home, little guy.
And your third and final choice of action? Well, this one is maybe the most dynamic of them all. It's time to send your adventurer out to explore the caves that you've so carefully built.
When you explore a cave, you pay the coin cost at the entrance, and then you move your little adventurer meeple from left to right along that entire row. As you move over your cave spaces and your dragons, you get to activate their special, if activated, abilities one after another. It is such a fantastic way to set off this powerful chain reaction of cool benefits.
So now you know the 3 basic actions, but let's talk about how this all builds into a real strategy. Because we're not just taking turns here, we're building a thriving dragon engine. Engine building. You hear that term a lot, and it is the absolute core concept here. See, each card you play isn't just a one-and-done kind of thing. It's like adding a new gear to your machine. You're strategically placing cards that are going to work together, creating this awesome engine that just gets more and more powerful, churning out more resources and more points with every single turn. And this shows the cycle perfectly. You excavate to expand your sanctuary and get those instant benefits. Then you entice dragons to add powerful new abilities into those new spaces. And then you explore those rows to fire off all those powers in a big combo, which gives you the resources you need to excavate and entice even better dragons. It's just a beautiful, really rewarding loop. Okay, so your engine is humming, your sanctuary is growing, it's all looking great. But how do you actually win this thing and become a truly legendary dracologist? Let's talk about the endgame. So the whole game structure is really clean and simple. It's played over exactly 4 rounds. In each round, everyone just takes turns doing actions until they decide to pass. Once everybody has passed, the round is over. You get a little end-of-round income, check the public goals, and then start the next round with all new possibilities. At the end of those 4 rounds, it all comes down to victory points. And you're going to score them from a bunch of different places. The points printed right there on your dragon cards, 1 point for every single egg you've got, points from hitting those public end-of-round objectives, bonuses from the Dragon Guild board, and hey, even points for leftover coins and resources. Literally everything you do contributes to your final legendary status. And when the dust settles and all the points are finally counted, you're left with your creation.
This beautiful, completely unique sanctuary that's just teeming with magnificent dragons. Each and every one is a testament to the journey you took. That sanctuary is a direct reflection of your strategy, your personality, and your choices. So now that you know the rules, the only question that's really left is, what kind of sanctuary will you build?